Health scare for Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The 86-year-old was admitted to Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore last night because of chills and fever. In a statement, the Supreme Court said the justice was initially checked at Sibley Memorial Hospital in Washington before she was transferred to be treated for a possible infection. The court says Bader Ginsburg was treated with antibiotics and fluids and is expected to be released tomorrow morning.
Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is in the hospital tonight. We've learned she was admitted late Friday to Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, and we just have a few details about her condition. A statement from the court only says that Justice Ginsburg experienced chills and a fever, and she was transferred to Johns Hopkins from a hospital in Washington. Let's get right out to our Supreme Court reporter, Ariane DeVogue. Ariane, Justice Ginsburg is 86 years old. She missed oral arguments 10 days ago because she was sick. What are you hearing about her condition, and how concerned are people close to her?
Right, a four-time cancer survivor. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, as you said, yesterday afternoon, she started feeling chills and a fever. She went on her own to the local hospital, but once she got there, the doctors thought that she should be transported to Baltimore, about an hour and a half away, because that's where her physicians are, who have treated her in the past. She got there, they treated her for what they think is an infection, and they gave her antibiotics, and then they say in this court statement that her symptoms abated, and they say that maybe even she could be released as soon as tomorrow, but that's not clear. Worth noting, Anna, she was at court yesterday, and she participated in a closed-door conference with the justices, and that was an important closed-door conference because we think that they discussed President Trump's emergency petition to block his financial records. That's an ongoing dispute, but it was after that that she began to feel ill and went to the hospital. The court right now is on a brief recess. They're not sitting. They won't take the bench this week. And as you said, earlier in the month, she did miss one day of oral arguments. She had the stomach flu. But I have to say, I have been watching her carefully since the beginning of this term, and she has been such an active participant. She's often the first one asking questions, and she follows up. And keep in mind, Anna, the court has been hearing big cases, DACA, LGBT rights. So we're right in the middle of a really momentous term.
And this is the latest now in a series of medical problems she's been experiencing as of late. She's also recently been on a speaking tour. Tell us more about that.
It's unbelievable. If you look at it, in August, she was treated for pancreatic cancer. Last term, it was lung cancer. In 2009, a bout of pancreatic cancer. And in 1999, a colon cancer. But moving back to August, after she had been treated for the pancreatic cancer, and before this big term was about to begin, she went on this multi-state speaking tour, and she was asked about it, and she said, "I don't like to stay at home and feel sorry for myself. I feel fine," and so she gave these long talks, which is pretty extraordinary. She has said in the past that she will serve as long as she's able. She said at her age, sometimes that's year by year. At other times, she said she'll serve until she's 90. So this is a very strong woman who's had frail health at times. But boy, she's a strong woman.
She's been through a lot, the epitome of resilience.